Hi there, I'm Matt Costa, and you're watching the 24 Hours podcast.
T-minus 4, 3, 2, 1.
Following is a 24 Hours podcast.
But please come down from that cloud you're sitting on. I don't expect you to admit that you were wrong. Just wanna know how you feel. It don't make me feel bad that we're still friends. Mulling it over in my bed. I hope that you see through your picket. I hope that you see through your big yard and white picket fence.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Costa. Welcome to Vancouver.
Hi, yeah, it's good to be here.
Now, you just came from a little impromptu shopping spree, walking around. Is Vancouver a pretty cool city for you to visit?
I'd say every time that we come here, me and the guys in the band, we have a real splendid time. So,
Yeah.
And it's nice to walk around. I only had a couple minutes to walk around. I forgot my boots at home because the weather was nice in Southern California, so I had to go pick up some boots.
It's not quite as nice in Canada, and yet you're on a Canadian swing in the middle of February. That's kind of daring, isn't it?
Well, I would say scenically it's beautiful, but with the hazard, you know, the hazardous conditions, it makes it scary at times. But you know, you gotta play, so you gotta bear the elements sometimes.
Who is a typical Matt Costa fan?
A typical Matt Costa fan, well, they probably have hair and teeth and eyes and ears and feet, you know, those kind of things.
Do you find you kind of span to all types in your crowds?
Yeah, that's one thing. That's what I mean by that. It's pretty broad, you know, there's a, you know, kind of look out and you can see all sorts of different people, you know, so just kind of anyone who's just appreciators of music, you know, that's what I would say. Most of the people that I see, you know, it's kind of like going out, you know, if you play at a festival or something, you get all sorts of different people there, you know. It's kind of the same sort of people that I see in the audience, you know.
Do you find that your exposure grows tremendously through the internet? Because, I mean, you know, radio airplay is harder to come by these days, and I don't even think it's that important for artists to have a lot of radio airplay.
Yeah, I don't think that, you know, I wouldn't say radio is a big part of what I strive to do, or what even kind of makes artists successful or whatever, you know. I think that, I mean, it probably doesn't hurt at all, you know, but I would say that, yeah, just getting out there and playing as many shows as you can and touring and putting that time into it, you know. I mean, you know, that's kind of where I think that the real musicians are, you know.
A great new record called Unfamiliar Faces, and Mr. Pitiful, I think you've got a real big hit on your hands here.
Oh.
How does that go over in concert?
Yeah, that one goes over great. Yeah, that's kind of, I keep it in the middle of the set, and you know, people enjoy that. I enjoy playing it. It's fun. So yeah.
Now, if I read your background correctly, music wasn't something that you initially planned to do.
Yeah.
You kind of sort of came into it by accident because you were going to be a pro skateboarder. Is that right?
That's what my goals were. Yeah, I wanted to do that. You know, but you know, I'd been involved with music my whole life, and when I broke my leg, I was laid up for like 18 months or so. And it was during that time that I realized how much music had influenced me and how much I was drawn to it the whole life. And then actually I just sat down and started writing songs, you know, and kind of put all the pieces together. And so I just kept doing that. And then eventually, you know, those pieces became songs and things. And then I just try to learn, you know, kind of take the time to just learn more about my favorite artists and things, like I've always done. So.
At what point did you realize that you might be onto something musically?
Well, I don't know. I guess I realize it every day, and then I forget it every day too. I feel like I have, and then I feel like I haven't, you know. And I guess that's what kind of makes the drive to keep going, you know. I think that's the key to music is, or any sort of discovery. You know, you feel like you've discovered something. You're like, oh, I have something now. I have something here. But then 10 minutes later, you feel like you need to do something else, you know. And so, or the next day or whatever. So I guess it's that kind of up and down, which kind of, keeps the music going. You know?
And it must also be a pretty nice perk for a guy like yourself to tour around with Jack Johnson.
Yeah. It's not a bad gig. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm actually going to leave in April March and April tour around Australia with him. Again, we've done the U.S. and we've done Europe, and now we're going to do Canada. But it's been a while. It's been maybe like a year and a half or so since we've done shows together, so it'll be good to get out there and do some stuff.
I talked to an artist once, and he said that, I said, when did you realize that you were successful? And he goes, I think a band is successful or an artist is successful when you don't have to load in your own gear. Is that fair to say?
No, I think you're successful when you can play music every night and love it. And I think that the song, like I said, like this, each song to me is like, I feel like when I write a good song, that's already as much success as I want it, because that's the thing that's gonna last forever. And we still load in all our own gear and things, and so maybe we haven't made it yet.
Oh no, you've made it. And how do you while away the hours? I see the guitar from Guitar Hero. Is that pretty big with the guys right now?
My bass player, he has it back home, and I think him and his girlfriend have an ongoing competition.
Really?
So he's trying to like not lose his skills so he gets back and that she doesn't kick his ass at it.
Matt, Unfamiliar Faces is the record. A solid album. Thank you very much, and enjoy Vancouver.
Thanks very much.
You.
I will.
Right.
Yeah.
24hours.ca